disengaging from my internal abuser is quite similar to disengaging from the narcissist, in that I have to find a framework that allows me to understand, that allows me to disengage, right? So whether it's, I've talked about this before with the external one, whether it's a spiritual one or a psychological one, somehow I have to come to understand that listening to the abuser is not serving me, that those fears are not either are not real or they're not helpful to listen to. Martha Beck has a really great framework. If you check out her book, Steering By Starlight, she talks about those fears just being, run by the reptilian brain, the like fear, the lack and attack thinking, and that it's just like a ticker that runs at the bottom all the time, and that the answer is just to ignore it. And she has a really nice, concept, which is to name the lizard and pet it. Another way to do that is to, you could sit with those feelings and let them process. If they're really intense and I can't just ignore the ticker, it helps to just, like I've said this before too, to meditate and just sit with those feelings and let them process. But ultimately, I have to find a way to just disengage from that part of my mind and to understand that the payoff for that internalized scapegoating is to be unhappy, is to be miserable, is to think that I'm not good enough for whatever. And there's a chemical component to it that is, being addicted to that negative chemical. And there are physiological roots to it in terms of like trauma processing, that feels safe. I'm in an activated state, and to ignore that activation doesn't feel safe. So all of that has to be reprogrammed, and that frozen trauma energy needs to be processed and released. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.